everyone, and welcome back to Speed Wrench Garage. I'm Sean, and today in the shop I'm going to be putting my suspension back on the 63 Nova. So it's kind of going to be an exciting day for me anyway, because it's been about 2 years since I've had this suspension off. Of course, some of it's going to be factory, part of it's going to be from Church Boys Racing, which I've showed in the other videos. I'll probably give a little bit of an overview what I want to be doing to it first, but let me set you up and we'll get going on this. Okay, first thing I'm going to need to do is finish torquing the bolts and stuff to the lower control arm. Already did the upper, those are 7/16 bolts, I think torqued to 60 foot-pounds. The lower bolts, you have just two. One right there where the old eccentric washers used to be, and then the forward control arm. And then after you get those torqued down to 80 foot-pounds, I believe, the links, you'll adjust them from the center right here to where the threads go in. I think about 4 3/4 to 5 inches, and you want to do it on both links there. And after I get those torqued down, then we'll move on to getting the spindle back on. I'll be back. Okay, now I'm gonna throw the spindle on it. Sure, some of this would be a lot easier if I had somebody to help. Alright, now we've got both sides done. We'll move on to the tie rods. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and bolt this idler adapter on. That bolts right up under here, and then we'll work from there and get the rest of the tie rods and everything in. See if I can set you up on a good angle. All right. See if we can get these in. These 4 bolts here. All right, we're gonna torque these down to 29 foot-pounds. I need an extension. I just wanted to show this real quick. I got frustrated with always finding the extensions and adapters and everything, so that Kaizen foam's pretty expensive, and this is just one of those foam pads, like you see right here, locks together. Got them from Harbor Freight for, I think they were on sale for like $8 or something, and just traced it and cut them out. Now I can come in and find my adapters and extensions and everything, and I know if something's missing. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is put this drag link adapter on here, put a little anti-seize on the threads. Now, it has a little flat right here. Little flat right there. That this bolt right here will go through, keep it from spinning once it's all the way on. Right there. All right, I'll go ahead and get this tightened down, and we'll get it over to the car. Okay, I think what's going to be easiest to get this drag link on is I'm going to go ahead and put these tie rod ends on first. Now, and go over to the other one. Of course, these are still adjusted from when I took everything apart. I don't know if they'll still be close to being straight or not, but I guess I'll find that out when we get the tires on. And before I took them off, so I knew which one I got stamped on there, a little L and R. Alright. It gets us a couple of points where it'll hold up on that drag link. So now we're going to crawl underneath so we can get that attached. Okay, what I'm gonna do first is try getting this drag link up on this idler arm right here. Alright. The bolt, got some Loctite, blue Loctite on it. Alright, now I'm going to take this side of the tie rod and get it installed. And I don't really like these new boots on here. I was going to use my old ones, but I found some tears in them. And these were the only ones O'Reilly sold that was around here. And I could have ordered them off of Amazon, but it would have to be a few days. All right, this way. And get this one in. See if I can get where y'all can see. Alright. Just need to get those all tightened down and I'll come back. Okay everybody, now it's the part that started this all. When I bought the car, the steering was horrible. Had tons of slop in the gearbox. I tried to tighten it up, it wouldn't. I think if I was to do it today, I would have went a different route, but I bought the part thinking that's all I really needed to do for the time being. And I couldn't get the gearbox out. I don't have a lift. Maybe had a lift, I might have been able to get it out, but headers was in the way and everything else. So to get the headers out, I had to get and lift the motor, but figure if I was having to lift the motor, might as well take it out and clean everything up and able to install this easily. And then we're here today like you see it. So be good to get this part in. So this is what caused me to start the complete tear down of this subframe. All right, see if I can get this steering box in there. Already got the bolts pushed through right here. Finally, after 2 years, it's back in. All right, let me get these torqued down. I'll be back. Hey buddy, now I'm gonna try getting the Pitman arm installed. You can see they put a yellow mark, and then right here is a mark that it needs to line up to, and then you can take your Pitman arm, and my factory manual says you want it to point straight with once the steering box is in the centered position. So let me get that put on. I'll be back. All right, now we got the Pitman arm on and torqued down. It's going to connect it to the drag link adapter. Alright, get that torqued down, and then make all our linkages are together. We'll just have to check to see if we need to adjust something majorly or not. I think I'm already seeing a big difference in the way the wheels cocked on one side. It's probably have to do with that new idler arm that we installed. Okay, let's see how straight it is. I mean, the passenger side's not too bad. It's towed in a little bit. And come over to the driver's side. It is towed in a lot. So we'll have to make some adjustments on tie rod. I guess now what we'll do is move on to getting the coilovers on. We'll be back. Okay, buddy, I had to take a pause on this for a minute because when I ordered my Viking coilovers, I saw that it had like 2 different ones on CPB's website for some reason. One that would fit in the original bracket for the shock, and it also showed this. You have 2 of them. There's the rest of them. That mounts it in here instead of like the original style. I don't know if it's something that CPP changed to or what, but I really wish I would have, I guess, got mine through Church Post Racing. Not that anything's bad with this style. I noticed there's other brands that uses something similar to this, but when I got it in, it was all nice and painted satin black, and when I went to kind of like fit it on the car, it started flaking off. There was rust all underneath it, so I had to strip all these down, which whatever paint they used on there was a really good paint because I had a hard time getting it off. So it kind of took me back, so now I got to get and repaint these and everything. If I was going to have to strip anything down, I'd rather just use the old ones and went that route, but you just don't know what you're getting. I guess when you order new parts, you think you're getting something that you can just bolt on and go, I guess, sometimes, but I guess sometimes you just got to rework everything that they done because they have some kind of control issues or something in their factory. So keep on moving on. All right, buddy, I'm back. I finally got these all painted up. It's been a couple of days because I had to let it all dry and everything. A little bit still frustrated because I opened up the hardware to this kit, and they only sent 4 5/16 bolts. You need 8, and also no nuts to them. These bolts right here are to mount the coilover to the top of the upper control arm. It came with a couple of packs of bushings and stuff like that. The bolts right here I had to buy because they didn't provide those in the kit either. It mounts the coilover to the top of this bracket through the bushings. Also, the Novas kind of use this carriage bolt style, which helps lock it in these little grooves right here. So since they didn't send enough bolts anyway, I guess I'm gonna go look for some carriage bolt style that'll fit, and I think they have some in town that are stainless. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get and order them, which is going to delay this video even longer. Okay, everybody, it's been a couple of days. I've got the carriage bolts I was talking about. Only thing I had to do different, because this has a thick, or I guess a taller square than the original bolts. I had to do a countersink on the brackets. So afterwards I kind of taped it up a little bit and shot a little primer in there and paint. But we'll start to get this assembled. Okay, everybody, I guess what I want to do is start assembling this coilover. I'm going to use some of this Permatex anti-seize here in the gray color. I got the copper one too, but figured this would not stand out so much. But we'll just go ahead and put it on pretty liberal all the way down. Alright, should be enough. I'll run these down. Okay, now we got that ran down. It's wiped off. Alright, and you got your thrust washers, and like I said, I'm no expert doing this. I just watched some videos, and the only thing I've seen online that that's kind of close to these was the Alden brand. Just talking about the way the bracket and stuff that you'll see here in a minute is set up. I don't know if that's what they were trying to go for. It's that kind of style. You just want to get all the anti-seize and all these little bearings here. Okay, should be enough there. Seems like these go pretty quickly. And spring seat. Now, what this is some of that I got it from hardware store, caulk cord, weather seal. It just stays soft, and it's the manufacturer used something like this. When I took it off, it was all over it. I guess it was to keep the metal from rubbing together or something like that. But I'm just going to get and put it back because it worked since 1963, and these spring seats were in good shape. So I'm just going to put it back the way I found it there. So let's get you set up over by the car, and let's get this thing put on here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put the spring seat on there. There's a hole right here that, try to be careful here. If you see that little piece sticking up, it locates in there. Good thing is that stuff kind of helps it stick in there. Alright, like I said, I got all these nuts in here. We'll loosen it up a little bit. A little tight. Alright, get over. Go ahead and run it up through here. Okay. The instructions on this aren't very great. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is snug this down, so hopefully everything can kind of self-locate itself where it needs to be. Alright. And kind of start getting these torqued down a little bit. Guys, we got They're mounted up there on the top. All it is just these two bolts here. And pretty much installed. Like I said, I'm kind of going off of another Nova I saw on a picture of that had Viking coilovers on it. And like I said, I just pictured, and I kind of counted the threads of where they had that nut set. So I think I'm gonna kind of just set mine to that height. I need to go ahead and get these bolts snugged down, and then I'll run that spring up. Gonna lift the spring up where it needs to be. Still getting anti-seize all over me. Okay, it's a new day here. Today I'm going to get and start putting the rotors and try straightening the tie rods up on this a little bit to get the wheels a little bit straighter. I'm not trying to get nothing perfect yet, and you won't see me put no grease on the spindles or anything like that. It still has grease on the bearings, but only thing I'm doing with this right now is just getting it where I can roll it around, put it on my dollies and stuff like that. I'm gonna come back later when I get new brake lines and everything and put the brakes on it and do all that bearings and everything, get them all good and greased. They're still in good shape, so I'm gonna end up reusing them, but I don't think it had that many miles on it when I started this project. So I'll go ahead and set you up and we'll get started. Okay, just lay down there. This is going to come back off again, so anything you see right here right now, just temporary, just to get it back into a roller. Should be good right there for right now. Go ahead and put the pin back in. All right, go do the other side. Just that on here. think somebody had it too tight last time. But all we gotta do is have it good enough right now to just move it around for a while. Straighten that pin out a little bit more. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this pin in there, and we'll start getting these tie rods kind of adjusted. All right, now what I'm gonna do is try getting this rotor straighter. Said everything I'm doing right now is just a temporary, make it a little better than it is. It's nothing that this is the way it's going to be. Loosen these. Okay. So I'm gonna start trying to bring it this way. Bring it in from the back. See how that looks. Well, it's getting straighter. Okay. Much better. At least it ain't turned way in no more. So I don't think it'd be fighting me going to alignment shop at this point, but what I think I might want to do is order one of those alignment tools. I'd like to try one of those out. I think saw Vevor has one that will do camber, caster, toe in and stuff, all for like, I think it's like $100, $120, something like that. So I'm gonna go to the other side and get this one situated, and I'll be back. Okay, what I'm doing right now is the passenger side, which I didn't tighten these up and sit them super tight, so I was able to just back up the nut and kind of tap it with a mallet, and I'm gonna turn it in a little bit, because this one right here has a lot of threads showing, where the one over here, the lower part, is got less threads. So I figure I'll just turn this one in right here instead of both of them together. Let me get that done and I'll be back. Okay everybody, I got it straight as I can right there. The only reason why I didn't really film it is because I don't know if I'm doing it right, and I don't want y'all to do something and mess your steering and stuff up. But the manufacturer says it's supposed to have 1/16 toe in, and measuring from the back of the caliper to the front, I have exactly 1/16. I kept all the steering straight and everything. Kept going back, making sure everything was going to stay straight. So I'm thinking I got it good enough for what we're doing right now. So we'll keep on moving on, and I think next thing I'm gonna do is get the sway bar right there hooked up. So I'll set you up and start getting that hooked up. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and hook up the sway bar. It's super simple, just 2 bolts, just worked in here. You take your other one, line it up. Like so. Just put the lock washer and nut on there and tighten it down. And that's installed. Alright, it's gonna be like that, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay everybody, here we go. First time this thing's had wheels on it in 2 years. Okay, everybody, there it is. Back on all fours since I've taken it apart about 2 years ago. So. I think everything turned out really good. Actually, right now, even the wheels don't even look too far off. I mean, maybe it's out just a little bit at the top there. Have to check it a little more, but not really worried about that right now. Now I can get where I can put this back on the dollies and get everything moved around so I can start working on the other projects. Okay everybody, that's about all the time I have for this week. I'd like to thank you for watching. I also like to thank the people that liked, shared, subscribed. Until next time, thanks for watching. Wait a minute. Here's that lock washer I lost.